Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about propaganda. Let's get to it.
Propaganda is used in all sorts of contexts, from political campaigns to advertising and media coverage, and it can both be explicit and implicit, where the message is clearly stated or implied through language and suggestion.
And remember, propaganda could be used for good and bad influences.
It's up to us to decide what information we view as good and what information we view as bad.
Yes, indeed. And now let's take a look at a script that we made to illustrate what propaganda is. Aman is the best choice for our community with years of experience in public office and a track record of successful policy making. Aman is a clear choice for our community future, but don't just take our word for it. Listen to what others are saying about Aman. Listen to him.
And on the other hand, we have EDric. EDric has a history of controversial statements and actions that show lack of judgment and integrity. Don't let EDric's questionable property jeopardize our community's future. Vote for Aman, the choice of the brighter future.
This is an example of explicit propaganda where the message is clearly stated and the intention is to persuade the viewer to vote for Aman. The use of bites and testimonials from others is meant to make Aman appear more favorable and trustworthy.
However, the negative portrayal of EDric is meant to discredit and undermine his credibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to present to you an exciting opportunity for our community. This is a new development project that will bring new jobs, new businesses, and new opportunities for growth. Vote for me.
Not only will it benefit our community, but it will also increase property values and boost the local economy. I urge you to support this project and vote in favor of EDric at the upcoming town hall event.
This is an example of implicit propaganda, where the message is not directly stated, but rather implied through the use of positive language and benefits.
This form of propaganda can be more subtle and less disruptive, but it can be just as effective as explicit propaganda and influencing the public opinion. Did you see that article about the racist incident that happened at the park? It's outrageous. Like, those people should be ashamed of themselves for doing that.
I know, right? It's just unacceptable behavior. We have to stand against this and the hate in our community.
This conversation is an example of how propaganda can be used to promote thought, such as racism is wrong and should be opposed.
The use of strong language and moral outrage is meant to persuade the listener to adopt this belief and take action against racism. Our country was built on the backs of immigrants, and yet we continue to treat them unfairly with disrespect. It's time for a change.
It's time for an immigration reform that recognizes the contributions and the value of immigrant communities. Together, we can make a fair society for immigrants and everyone to be together.
Amen. This is another example of implicit propaganda where the speaker is using positive language, talking about shared values to persuade the audience to support immigration reform.
You're attempting to create a sense of unity and shared purpose among them.
Okay guys, I hope this gave you a little idea of what propaganda is.
And I hope you enjoyed our little skits and examples of propaganda in explicit and implicit forms.
Yes sir. Man, I just want to say right here, this view is amazing. Look at
That's
this.
fine, that's crazy.
All right, see you guys.
I'm cold.